This video is brought to you by the lovely sponsors below. Thank you so much for your support. Welcome, fellow masters. My name is Musaki from Chaldea Gurus, and this is Clairvoyance EX. Clairvoyance EX is going to be a new series that I'm starting on the channel. Instead of the normal video where I show a guide to the end of the year, showing each and every month for the entire year, I'm going to break it up month by month, starting with February. First things first, in February, we had the Valentine event for this year. This here is a grinding event that will last for 2 weeks, so if you thought you were done grinding after going through that tower, you are not done yet. This will feature Semiramis as the 5-star limited assassin. She will be on rate up during this time, and she also will do double damage in this event. You pretty much have to make chocolate for your servants, but it's quite a complicated process you have to go about this time around. You can make them for female servants or male servants. Our guide that will be coming out around this time will explain in far more detail. Immediately after the Valentine event, we have the Garden of Sinners Rerun event. This here is a 100 mission style event and one that is very popular for early FGO players, myself included. This here is the last chance to get Ryougi Shiki, Assassin, a 4-star welfare assassin that is very good with instant kill chance on their noble phantasm. A challenge quest is also added that will require Solomon's completion to participate, and it focuses on facing against Void Shiki with the help of Asagami Fujino, the 4-star limited archer. This is her first and only raid up. When this event starts, you will also have a trial quest for Asagami Fujino, for where you'll be able to try her out and see if you like her, on top of getting a summoning ticket at the end. So if you really want Fujino, if you like her, definitely give her a shot, because honestly, once this event is over, she will disappear into the void forever. Now that we have some other things happening this month, some crazy things indeed. The 12 million download campaign should be happening. Now the number here will probably not be exactly 12 million, but a download campaign will definitely happen now. Why am I so certain about that? Well, let's just talk about it. First off, there will be a login bonus. For 7 days straight, if you log in, you will get, on day 1, 10 gold embers. On day 2, 10 silver HP foes. On day 3, 10 silver attack foes. On day 4, 10 silver apples or fruit. Day 5, 10 million QP, that'll be pretty nice. Day 6, 10 golden apples. And on day 7, 10 summoning tickets. That's going to be really great. Make sure you log in and don't break that streak, because if you do, you will lose all these wonderful gifts. At least you won't get any more future ones. Next up, something super interesting is the AP discounts. What does this mean exactly? Well, during the length of this time, which is usually about a week and a half, you will have all strengthening quests will be half off. This will be pretty good because they're releasing the 8th servant strengthening quest as well. So this is going to be able easier time leveling up your servants, because we have 7 servants that have new upgrades added to them. And we'll get to that a little bit later in the video. On top of this, there is a permanent reduced cost by half for all Epic of Remnant quests for their AP, and an additional half off for all main story quests. This means for Arc 1 story, it stacks on top of the already half off price. So now, main quest story is only 1/4 of the original cost that it was in the beginning. This will make it great for new players to go through the content without the need to rely on apples right away. Next up is Master Missions. Now, you might be asking why we're talking about Master Missions, because weekly Master Missions now will be permanently giving 3 Saint Quartz fragments per mission completed instead of 2. That means you will be getting 3 Saint Quartz per week on top of the 5 Saint Quartz that you get from logging in normally straight. That means if you log in every day for a month, you will have 32 Saint Quartz and 4 summoning tickets. That's enough for a 10 spin and 4 single summons. This is a great update, and I'm happy we're getting it here. We also got some updates to Vinci Shop. The Valentine's Day event craft essences from last year are being added to the shop for 5 rare mana prisms for each copy. They also have the Chaldea Standard, which is Mashu's Cake, on sale for 3 rare prisms, but there is no skill for that. This is just for those who missed it, because in the Valentine event, Mashu has a new cake that she is giving you. So if you just want it for memories, all it costs is 3 rare matter prisms, or 3 Vions. And of course, when you have events like this, they're always going to have double chance of success and great success. And that's exactly what's happening here. Servants and craft essences success rate for super and great success is now doubled when leveling servants and craft essences. Also, costume attires will now have new lines added. So if they haven't added them already, you should check out exactly what their battle lines sound like. But let's dig into the nitty gritty a little bit. Let's dig into the Servant Strengthening Quest Part 8, of which we have 7 servants here: Kiara, Marie Antoinette, Scheherazade, Elizabeth Bathory, Carmilla, Saint Martha, and Meltrillis. So day 1, we start off with Kiara, who got her Clairvoyance Beast skill upgraded. His cooldown has been reduced by 1, and it adds now an arch resistance lowered by 20 to 30% on the enemy. So that's really good. That's going to key into her Noble Phantasm and make it hit even harder. Marie Antoinette had her Guillotine Breaker upgraded. The damage is now 200% stronger, and it additionally increases party's critical damage by 20% for 3 turns. Also, the overcharge got increased. The HP that the party recovers is increased by 500 points. Day 3, we have Scheherazade. 1001 Nights has also been upgraded. The damage has been increased by 150%, and now 500% chance to reduce their debuff resistance by 50% for 1 turn or 3 turns. So now she has a higher chance to apply those debuffs to her enemy, and it's going to be pretty good, especially because it hits everybody. It's pretty good skill. Pretty happy about that. Elizabeth Bathory on day 4 gets her Noble Phantasm upgraded. The damage has increased by 100%, and now it gains an additional effect. Reduce enemies' buff success rate by 20% for 3 turns. That's going to be pretty good again, at least trying to stop the enemy from getting their buffs as often. Carmilla on day 5 is next. Iron Maiden gets upgraded. 200% damage increase on the Noble Phantasm, and now the overcharge damage as well to female enemies has been increased by 30%. Day 6 brings Saint Martha. This is her 3rd strengthening, and pretty good one at that. Taras gets upgraded by adding an increased boost of performance by 20% for 1 turn, activating first, and increasing the Noble Phantasm by 100%. That is pretty good. I'm really enjoying that, but here comes my favorite one of this series. Day 7, Meltrillis. Melt Virus EX now removes the delayed buff demerit with her 3rd skill and replaces it with increases own Noble Phantasm damage by 20 to 30% for 2 turns. That is great. Fantastic. This is going to make it so she can hit even harder for the enemy and quickly, no longer having to wait for a turn. This is one of the reasons why Ishtar is a little bit difficult to use. As great as she is, you have to time that 3rd skill right, and now Meltrillis doesn't have that problem. It is pretty good. But that leads us to the gacha. As usual with these download campaigns, there's a gacha attached to it, and this one is for Kiara, a 5-star limited alter ego. Passion Lip, a 4-star limited alter ego. Emiya Alter, a 4-star story locked archer. And Suzuka Gozen, 4-star saber. The craft essences here are the Seraph event craft essences. Now please note, there will be a rerun of the Seraph event next year in February. If you don't have any of the craft essences or any of these servants, now's the time to get them, especially with the strengthening quest that Kiara receives. Though I will say it is a bit strange that Melt didn't get her rate up either. Also, there is a chance that we could get the Fgo Winter Festival. I am not 100% sure if we're going to get that, but from the looks of it, it is going to contain its own login campaign that if you log in for 10 consecutive days, you will get 10 Saint Quartz, 7 chains, 2 lamps, 1 scarab, and the only requirement is clearing Fuyuki. You'll also get the commemorative craft essence of the Pharaoh's Great Winter Thanksgiving. All it does is it increases master experience by 50 points. I'm not sure if we are getting this, but if we are getting it, they'll also have a rate up banner for Cleo, Nitocris, Alexander the Great, and Ozymandias. It also will come with a quest. So, if we do get this, to celebrate their Winter Festival, please be on the lookout for the latter half of February. There's also the Fgo The Stage, but I don't think we're getting that, so you can just act like this isn't here. And with that, that wraps up everything we had to go on in February. It's a lot of stuff. We have guides coming out for the Kyoto Kyokai rerun and the Valentine's Day event, so if you're interested in any of those things, be sure to come back to this video for the link or subscribe to our channel to see what you need to do for these events. Anyhow, if you liked what you see here, please comment down below. And as always, my name is Musaki from Chaldea Gurus, and we're logging out. See ya.